Welcome back to City's Pulse Explorers, world worst airports for sleeping. We all love to travel, seeing new places, tasting new foods, meeting new people. But let's be honest, sometimes travel means long layovers and tired eyes. All you want is a quick nap before your next adventure, but airports aren't exactly five-star hotels. Finding a comfy spot? That's the real challenge. Today we're diving into the world's worst airports for sleeping, where catching some Z's is more of a nightmare than a dream. So grab your neck pillow and eye mask. Let's get started. This is world's worst airports for sleeping. First up on our global tour of sleepless nights, we're heading to Jeddah King Abdulaziz International Airport, or JED, in Saudi Arabia. As the third busiest airport in the kingdom, JED is a monumental hub, not just for international travelers, but as a primary gateway for millions of pilgrims undertaking the Hajj and Umrah, making their way to the holy city of Mecca. The most immediate and glaring issue for weary travelers is the chronic lack of seating. Imagine vast halls filled with thousands of people, yet finding a single empty chair feels like searching for a needle in a haystack. You'll see travelers everywhere, resigned to sitting on the floor, leaning against pillars, or creating makeshift beds out of their luggage. It's a sea of humanity with nowhere to comfortably settle. And then there's the noise. It's not just the typical airport hum. Many describe the sound at JED as being on another level entirely. It's a constant, overwhelming cacophony of overlapping flight announcements, the roar of thousands of conversations echoing in the vast spaces, and the relentless clatter of trolley wheels on hard floors. It's a symphony of chaos that never seems to pause for breath. The lighting in these spaces only makes things worse. Forget soft, ambient glows. Here you'll find harsh, industrial fluorescent lights that glare down relentlessly. This kind of lighting makes it nearly impossible to relax, creating an atmosphere that feels more like a factory floor than a place of transit, ensuring your body clock remains thoroughly confused. For all these reasons, JED has earned its reputation as a true champion in the league of unsleepable airports. So, what's a tired traveler to do? My advice is to plan ahead. If you have a layover longer than a few hours, seriously consider booking a room at one of the nearby airport hotels. We're flying to London Luton, or LTN. Luton is a major hub for low-cost airlines. But what you save in money, you might pay for in sleep. Luton is infamous for its metal chairs with immovable armrests. And Luton is notorious for its cold floors. Luton is a 24/7 operation. It can get incredibly crowded, especially during peak seasons. Security is vigilant, so arrive as close to your flight time as possible. It's a place you pass through, not a place you stay. Cold floors, anti-sleep chairs, constant noise, and bright lights. All right, next up, we're heading way north, to the land of fire and ice, Iceland. But before you can explore its wonders, you have to pass through its main gateway, Reykjavik Keflavik Airport, or KEF, and that's where the dream can sometimes feel more like a chilly, uncomfortable reality. Let's be clear, KEF is modern, clean, and efficient, but cozy? Not a chance. The seating seems almost intentionally hostile to sleep, with fixed armrests that make lying down a geometric impossibility. You'll see weary travelers contorting themselves into all sorts of positions, trying to find a sliver of comfort on the cold, unforgiving surfaces. The terminal is bathed in a relentless clinical glare, 24/7. This perpetual daylight is paired with a constant soundtrack, the hum of ventilation, the clatter of luggage wheels, and a steady stream of boarding calls echoing through the halls. Sleep becomes a battle against sensory overload. But here's the real kicker, the detail that lands Kiev firmly on our list. The airport isn't truly a 24-hour facility. The main transit area closes for several hours in the dead of night, typically from around midnight to 4 a.m. If you're caught in this window, you'll be ushered out of the secure zone and into the landside arrivals hall, where you'll join other stranded passengers for a few hours of brightly lit, security-patrolled waiting. It's the final challenge in an already difficult environment for sleep. So, our advice? Don't let KF sour your Icelandic adventure. Plan ahead. If your budget allows, booking a room at one of the nearby airport hotels is your best bet for a real night's sleep. But if you must brave the terminal, come prepared with your own survival kit. A thermal blanket, a top-tier neck pillow, a blackout eye mask, and noise-canceling headphones are not luxuries here. They're necessities. Let's head to sunny Italy. We're going to Pisa, home of that famous Leaning Tower. Pisa Airport, or PSA, leans more towards absolutely no sleeping. The airport officially closes its doors from around midnight until 4 a.m. Security guards will patrol the area, waking anyone who has managed to doze off and encouraging them to leave. Book a cheap room, even for a few hours. See the tower, have a fantastic plate of pasta, get a good night's sleep, and then go to the airport. From one iconic Italian city to another, Venice. La Serenissima, with its canals and gondolas, is pure magic. But its airport, Venice Marco Polo, is a different story. Trying to sleep here? Not so dreamy. The airport closes overnight and security clears everyone out, no exceptions. If you're hoping to nap, you'll be waiting outside, rain or shine. Inside, the design is sleek, but not cozy. Think hard benches, bright lights, and nowhere to stretch out. Even before closing, it's not a place for rest. My advice? Enjoy Venice, eat some cicchetti, and book a hotel for the night. Don't let your last memory be shivering outside a locked airport door. Hello friends, we're in New York City. I love this town. It's the city that never sleeps, which brings us to LaGuardia. For years, it's been the punchline of travel jokes. They've renovated LaGuardia, and parts of it are looking shiny and new. The seating was notoriously uncomfortable. Trying to sleep there was a fool's errand. Ongoing construction isn't exactly conducive to a peaceful slumber. It's like trying to take a nap in the middle of Times Square. Let's not forget the anti-sleep architecture. It makes it a challenging place to catch 40 winks. My advice? Get a good night's sleep before you go. Buckle up, everyone. We're heading to Kathmandu, Nepal, home to the Himalayas and the legendary Tribhuvan International Airport. This airport is the first taste of Nepal for many. Chaotic, crowded, and full of energy. Finding a quiet spot to rest? Nearly impossible. Hard benches, packed waiting areas, and travelers sprawled on the floor are the norm. Amenities are basic, and the noise never stops. But there's a sense of adventure and camaraderie in the chaos. Tribhuvan may not be a place for sleep, but it's the gateway to unforgettable journeys. And that's something special. Next up, Honolulu's Daniel K. Inouye International Airport. Hawaii's main gateway, but not a place for a good nap. The open-air design lets in tropical breezes, but also noise and humidity, making sleep nearly impossible. Hard benches, bright lights, and constant announcements keep travelers wide awake. Security staff often discourage napping, so don't count on stretching out. Honolulu may be paradise outside, but inside the airport, sleep is just a dream. Oh, Rome, the eternal city. You imagine landing, grabbing an espresso, maybe a cannoli, and then seeing the Colosseum. But first, Ciampino Airport. It's not exactly the grand welcome you might be dreaming of. The seating situation? Not great. The airport actually closes overnight, kicking everyone out. My advice? Splurge on a nearby hotel. You deserve better. You deserve pasta. Oh, Berlin. It's a city of contrasts, of old and new. Schönefeld Airport was the main airport for East Berlin, a relic of the Cold War era. The main complaint was the sheer lack of space and comfort. Schönefeld Airport as we knew it is no more. It was officially closed and integrated into the new Berlin-Brandenburg Airport, or BER. Hopefully, the new Brandenburg Airport offers weary travelers a few more comfortable benches and a few less sleepless nights, because everyone deserves a good nap, and a good pretzel. What a journey we've had. We've shivered on the polished, unforgivingly cold floors of Reykjavik Keflavik, a true test of thermal endurance. We've navigated the vibrant yet overwhelming chaos of Tribhuvan International in Kathmandu, where personal space is a myth and sleep is a distant dream. We've faced the strict midnight curfews of London Stansted, turfed out into the cold, and we've experienced the historic discomforts of Paris Beauvais, where the architecture itself seems to fight against rest. It's clear that not all airports are created equal, especially when all you want is a little peace and quiet. Thank you so much for joining us on this adventure. Your viewership means the world. So go on, get out there and explore. But take our advice. For that long layover, maybe check the price of a nearby hotel. Your back will thank you. You've definitely earned it. Until next time, travel safe and sleep well. If you can, kindly like, subscribe, and share this video.